So for those of you who don't know, I've got a YouTube series called Backroads, named after these pathways that are riddled all through South Australia. And I go into the most notorious areas here in SA and I document what life is like for the people living there. About 4 months ago, I visited Oakland's most notorious block at night.
What's up? Bobsta's to the barn, bro. Cause I get junkies knocking on my fucking door. Coming up, you know, junkies do. Tyrannosaurus. Oh, yeah, you know, 5 times a day.
You wanna take a shit in there, lad? So there are dogs straight in here. Because you never know that there's not people in here or what the goal is. You just gotta be safe. I doubt that there's power still to this building, but look at that. Exposed cables.
Homeless people in every motherfucking joint.
And as you know, I've got season 2 cooking at the moment where I'm gonna be featuring all the north side. And so in the meantime, because it's gonna take me a few months to get all of this content together to make the series the way I want it to be. So yeah, 4 months ago, I had visited Oakland's most notorious block. Man, I hadn't been in that block for very long that night. I was there for maybe half an hour and I got called into a building. There was stray dogs, there was prostitutes camped out inside of buildings. There was people just roaming around the joint. Pretty heavy police presence. There's choppers out that night. There's all sorts of shit going on. So that's what this EP is going to be about, and showing you what I experienced being there at night for literally 15 minutes, let alone living there.
And my neighbour was screaming, help, they're beating me up.
Oi, what the stop. He just threw me to the ground, smashed my face on the ground. For nothing. Under arrest. What for? This ain't rental arrest, son. Put your hands behind your back.
A partially abandoned public housing block in Adelaide South could be mistaken for a dump. Looters have trashed the units, stealing anything not bolted down. The remaining tenants terrified to go out at night.
Most residents were relocated over a month ago, though not everyone's been so lucky.
I only took the place because I had nowhere else to go.
Bobsta?
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I watch you shit all the time.
Yeah.
I watch you shit all the
Yeah,
time,
man, bro. Yeah,
Okay.
sick.
Bobsta's to the barn, bro. Dude, there's homeless cats like, yo, I'll keep commenting on his stuff, bro. Check it out, bro.
But you want to walk through or something with me, or?
Yeah, I'll walk through.
Yeah.
Before, it was crackhead paradise. Now,
Yeah.
it's through the fucking roof, bro. It's just fucking homeless cats taking over everywhere. That's why I said, commenting on your stuff, come check this shit out in about 3 weeks, bro. It's gonna go off. It's fucking nuts.
Wrong people in, and the second they see what you've got there, that's it, man. You basically signed your own death warrant.
It makes no sense to me.
Every Tom, Dick, Harry, half a brain coming out, fucking trashing a joint.
I found someone dead laying here upside down with his pants around his fucking ankles, bro.
I watch your stuff all the time.
No, I appreciate it, bro.
Good shit, bro. It's just homeless cats living in sheds, bro. 3 days I'm out of this bitch. Paradise to me compared to this shit. Well, it's not today, man. Normally there's fucking 3 or 4 homeless dudes living in this middle of nowhere. Nobody's gonna come check out this fucking shit. The dog's still there. Those dogs are still there.
Yeah.
It's alright to rip off, but you don't rip off people who live.
Yeah, you don't shit where you live, eh? You don't shit where you live.
My theory on life, you don't shit where you live.
100%.
It just comes back on you.
It was good running into you. No, what was your name again?
Daryl. I watch the stuff all the time, bro.
Mad. No, appreciate it.
What?
Yeah, bro.
I like watching it because it reminds me of like grew up around all this stuff. For the last 12 years
And
I've
that's
been here,
fuck, bro.
and it's been
12 years.
It's been torture. Every fucking day of the week it's been torture. Because I get junkies knocking on my fucking door, coming up. You know what junkies do? The Tyrannosaurus. Oh, yeah, you know, shit 5 times a day. Don't like dogs too much. That way, and the dog, they're still there though. In dogs now. Like I commented on his stuff. Come back in about 3 weeks when they're cracking.
I feel like I recall that comment as well.
Over, there's gonna be homeless people in every motherfucking joint in this place. Don't give a fucking shit. In that shed right there, they won't bother nobody. But they want to live in the shed that I fucking live at next to. Explaining to people how not to be scumbags.
100%.
You live where you live, you be a good fucking person. You go somewhere else to do the crap that you need to do. You know, I'm saying to people, why are you living in the shed? They don't understand what I'm saying to them. I'm saying to them, it takes a special kind of junkie scumbag to live in somebody's fucking shed.
No, I hear you, man.
It takes a special kind of person to live in somebody's fucking shed, you know?
Yeah, bro. I know what you're saying, man. It's good to meet you, man.
Bobsta, I was gonna fucking... You got mad shit. I like watching your stuff all the time.
Nah, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
You're real about it. If you want it to be paradise, you can make it paradise.
100%, bro.
I like stuff, bro. Keep it up.
Yeah,
Keep
cheers.
it up.
No, it was good meeting you, man. You want to take a shit in there, lad? So there are dogs straight in here. More. Copper's just over there doing a patrol in, and see, the cops just come through and patrolling in here. No glass and nothing there. I want to show you as well what the inside of these little foyers look like. Look, bros, the whole front of this fucking thing's been pulled out. What the fuck? I see what he's saying. I don't know if there's anyone in there. Huh? No, you're right. I'm all good. Ain't that some sketchy shit? Was there for only 15, well maybe 20 minutes. And in the 20 minutes that I was there, I had people that were living in a vacant unit trying to call me in. As you can see in my most recent Oaklands episode, had a massive bed in there on the floor and needles everywhere and shit like that. So they were trying to call me in there, probably to jump me. Yeah, bro. This unit here, after dark, where I was getting invited in, we're gonna go suss it out.
Poor bloke that used to live in here was a decent bloke, bro. You know what I mean? Like, in general sense, if you went to school with him, you'd think there's something a little bit wrong with him because he's quiet, he's very articulated, but he hasn't got that cool personality to him, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You hear the things that he talks about, and you look at him like he's a bit of a geek, right? Yeah, the most fucking genuine heart, this lad, right? Yeah, the piece of shit they put across here was constantly breaking into a poor kid's house, right? Like, upstairs, I came around doing laps one day, found someone dead laying here upside down with his pants around his fucking ankles, bro. And his mate's out there on the phone just buzzing around like flies. Right, just started a hot shot. So this is the one that you really find into, bro. Right, now.
Bits everywhere, all over there.
Look at it. This is what I mean, like fucking. And I feel sorry for the cleaners that have to say send into these places to clean up.
Hey.
Now I think it's the one upstairs that's a little fucking. Yeah, this one. It was fucking everywhere, bro. Like, I mean, the biggest puddle, bro. It was the biggest puddle. So, and cops were coming out of here for fucking hours on end, bro. Hours on end. Look at it spraying.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, and I still don't know what happened here. No one does. You know what I mean? But this went, like, coppers were coming in and out of here for hours with fucking everything fancy, bro.
Yeah, right, so this is how the block's looking now. So they've fully temp fenced the block since the months where I come out here. They got every entrance blocked off. The entire block all the way around is temp fenced. So as you've seen, in that room they were trying to call me into, there was a mattress laid out on the floor. It was a vacant unit that they were staying in and then trying to call me through to. Like I said, fuck knows what reason. Probably try to jump me. I'm not that dumb though, so obviously I didn't go in. Like, I'm not an idiot. This was a long time overdue getting all this fucking done, because I mean, it's been on its way out for a long time. They only had a couple people left living here. It was just going to absolute shit, so they needed to get this done. Like, I know too, everybody said Steve was on the shit. He was talking, you know, loving to have a yarn. Lots of people were giving him shit and that, but I mean, at the end of the day, what he was saying was still relevant, and you can see by me talking to him and a few blokes that were here, the types of people that are here, living here, and the effects that it has on them. So they got full trespassers prosecuted, so I'm not going in there. The whole joint. So they've come down, they've cleaned it up, boarded it off, the whole fucking block. I'll do a little walk around just to show you the size of this complex, because it's a little hard to see off of the camera when I'm doing my bits, you know, you only see so much, but this is a big complex. It's got over 130 units here, so we'll just go for a walk around, grab some B-roll shots, and that way try and give you guys a gauge on just how big this block was. You see, I'm tempted, but we've been in here, you just know what it looks like in through there. Look at that, they've taken all the carports down. Because all them homeless fucking taking over the whole block. The fucking homeless people everywhere, lad. Did you hear how many times Dan referred to the homeless as homeless, bro? He fucking hated them, bro. I had to try not laugh when he kept saying
homeless dudes set in. Homeless cunts living in these sheds, bro. Fucking homeless cunts taking over everywhere. Now it's just the homeless cunt.
Yeah, I went for this thing.
It's just homeless cunts living in sheds, bro. Homeless, there's tons of homeless cunts. Normally there's fucking 3 or 4 homeless dudes. There's gonna be homeless people in every motherfucking joint. It takes a special kind of junkie scumbag to live in somebody's fucking shed.
Well, that's it too, because like the housing situation at the moment, and then they're leaving them all vacant like this, and there's heaps of people got nowhere to go.
It's claimed nearly 2,000 public housing units are sitting empty in South Australia, while 15,000 people wait in desperation for a new home.
See, lad, again, you only get so much by me just walking around it and shit, but they're taking down all the laundry rooms, all the carports, boarded everything up, and you can kind of get a gauge of just how big all this is in through here. R.I.P. Drew. Steve's half of the unit here. You know, one thing I'm noticing as well is since all the people have been moved out of here, how fucking green it is. Like, what's up with that? The grass, paid note now, everywhere the grass is green. here, just walking around it. You can see just how big it is, because I only went through sections in the EPs. It's hard to gauge off of my episode that I dropped just how big the block is. It's quite big. Yeah, and so I would argue as well that this was one of the biggest blocks here in Adelaide. I can only think of one other one that is bigger than this. So this was a huge block, and you couldn't really make that out from my EP, just how big the block actually is. But it's huge, and it goes all the way around like a whole block. And now with all like the clearings and shit here, the laundry room's been taken out, all that crap, you can kind of see now sort of just how big it is. See how fucking green is it? See how fucking green it is everywhere? It's green everywhere, whole block. I have never seen it. I have never seen the block this green. Like, it just goes to show, man, like, if you just come out and trimmed all this, like gave all this a mow, this would look fucking mean as. Look. We'll come back around the other side in a minute. You'll see just how green it is. Yeah, so this is the unit, the back of the unit. So not all of the units have got this, but this is the back of that unit where they were trying to call me into. I was walking up this street afterwards, so straight after I just started walking up the road here, and they were banging on shit, they were yelling out. So every time I turned around and, like, you know, I look away, they started banging on the walls, yelling shit out. I couldn't make out what they were saying. Then I'd stop and I'd look back over, it would go quiet. Then I'd start walking, it would be yelling again. It was just cooked shit, man. Like, and again, I didn't even notice at first that I heard someone. Like, as you see in the clip, I stopped, I paused for just a minute. I'm thinking, did I hear that right? Because I knew that that particular part of the block was meant to be empty. And then I'm like, leaned in. I didn't realize, I leaned in and said, hey, I didn't realize there's people in here. And I heard a chick, and she goes, come in here, sit cuz, come in here, let me suck your fucking, you know. I'm like, nah, it's all good. I could see, as I sort of went up the window, I had the camera like this, because it was just, I just had walked up with the camera like this, but I was looking through the window. It was dark, there was no light, but I could make out the figure, figures of at least 3 people. There was at least 3 people inside that unit. And I laughed at all the comments. There was a few people when I dropped that EP originally that said, oh, bros, I can't believe you turned that down and didn't go in there. They were not offering. They were not going to be given what they were offering, bros. If I had gone in there, I might not have come out. As you've seen from the little short I'd done with Steve in this block, he said somebody was given a hot shot. A hot shot is basically when someone's given a cocktail of drugs that overdoses them. So the guy's OD'd on the stairs while his mates were at the front. That's what he was saying. And then as we went upstairs, we had the room that had the big puddle of blood. Somebody was deaded in there, bros. Like, as I don't know how well you can make out, it's brown. So when blood dries, it dries brown. So when you walk in, you shouldn't be expecting to see red, but brown puddle. The puddle made out the entire perimeter of that room. And there was blood splatters from the front door. So I'm no detective, but based on the patterns of the blood and shit, what's this cunt? He just gave me the fucking dirtiest look. So based on the blood patterns that were in there, again, I'm no detective, but I'd say that somebody had opened the door, and as they've opened the door, they've copped some kind of chest wound. I'd say that they've opened their door, and as they've opened the door up, they've copped a chest wound, they've staggered back into that room, fallen over, and bled out. And I'm thinking it's in the heart. I'm thinking that they've copped one in the heart possibly, because what kind of chest wound is going to cause you to get 2-3 steps away and then drop and bleed out? So, I mean, just based on the blood splatters and just based on the blood patterns and things, I'd say that was what happened. And as you've seen, we just walked around this complex of 100+ units, and that's 2 bodies in just this section. And I could have been a third, and there's probably fuck knows how many others that have been there in the past. Plus a bloke who I had put only a short into the episode. I made a short mention with a news article of a bloke who had been here, who went missing and has never been found. His arms and legs were retrieved, but his head and his torso have never been found. Now fuck knows what the go... See, he's hanging around on his bike. Come say something if he's got a problem. He's coming back. He's coming back. Is that guy over there on the red bike? Right there. He rode past me, gave me a dirty look, and he's just been hanging around over here. If you fucking see me walking around in the blocks, you got a problem, come up and fucking say something straight out. Anyway, just in that section, 130 odd units, and you've had 2 people die just here, and there's only 4 units in there. And then in that same little spot, you got people trying to call me in. But anyway, the fella who went missing was reported by his brother on the same day he went missing. So how the fuck did he know that he was missing unless he knew something more? That was in this part of the block over here. That motherfucker's head and body have never been found. Now I'd argue that when they demolish this block, they might find something, because as you've seen, Steve's shown us that people had been tunneling out the underneaths of their houses. So who's to guess? Again, I'm no detective, but I'm putting my money on that those body parts are underneath these buildings somewhere. So I wouldn't be surprised if when they knock all this down and start getting into pulling these buildings, I wouldn't be surprised if that they start pulling these buildings down, they end up uncovering something from that. This guy as well, this was back in the 90s, so nearly 30 years ago. His arms and legs were retrieved. They were dumped off of at a beach, or they were dumped off into a reserve or something like that. It was, I'll put the thing up in here, but there have been countless murders here, and attempted murders and deaths. It goes on. And then as well, as I've been going on about this block being so huge, the surrounding streets here, look at that. Look at that. Heaps nice, you know, so not all of Oaklands is like this. This is just this block. That's what Steve also was saying. When he goes to the shopping center here, the local shopping center, and treks around the area, it's like people know that you're from this block. I mean, it's like a vibe, it's like an energy that hangs off of you, that attaches itself to you here. And even he said, living here, as soon as he gets outside of the block, he feels like there's a massive weight off his chest, a massive weight off of his shoulders. But coming back here, immediately you're pulled back into that energy. Now, I also wanted to make note that I was with Steve for a few hours that day. I had never met him before. He actually seen me walking through Morphettville, and at first approached me on the defensive. He come up on me telling me, hey, you got us all kicked out the block, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, no, your block's on the way out. That's when he started showing me photos of his joint, telling me it's been ransacked, and said I should come back. So I said, let's go. That's all organic. I'd never met him before, or anybody else from here in the block before that day. Went, and the guy on the bike's coming back again. I hope he fucking comes over and says something. Anyway, bro, don't just hang around. I'm not fucking going nowhere. I'll stay here as long as I fucking want. And I've been with Steve for a few hours that day, from when I met him at Morphettville to getting here. Now, as you noticed, when we got in here, his whole energy changed. His voice picked up, his energy picked up, everything picked up. It's almost like a PTSD effect, but he was straight as fuck when I met him. He was real calm and shit as we were approaching the block. As you're seeing, he's riding on the bike, he's really, really calm. And as soon as we got here, it was like he's whizzing. And I don't think that was because he took anything while he was here. He didn't leave my sight for the whole time we were at the block. And I would say that was actually due to being back here. And that was the that was like a PTSD effect, where just being back here in that environment caused his stress and anxiety levels to rise. And that's what you were saying. So I just wanted to make that point for the viewers. I know a lot of people were chatting and saying that he was a crackhead and he was whizzing and all these other things. But look, I'm straight, and I'm telling you right now, I don't take nothing. He was with me the whole time we were at this block and the hour before that walking here. So he had taken nothing in the 2-3 hours I was with the guy. He was clean, all right? So I seen that as almost an effect of coming back here to this block. And so I knew it had all been temp fence and blocked off and stuff. And for while I'm doing this After Dark segment for the Oaklands block and I'm adding context and things like that, I thought that's what I'd do just now, walking around through here for this EP. It's just add a little bit more context on things that was going on that day and the dynamics between the people. But yeah, again, always just trying to keep it G-rated.
You got drive-bys? Well, this is our block version of that, bro. They'll drive by here, pick a flat, and then you're fine. That's it, yeah. Now they're born with a common want for money. That's all this place uses, revenue.
It's just to bring us a little bit more extra content just while we get season 2 underway. That's kind of the idea behind this. But because I'm also sitting on some content footage as well that I haven't shown you guys or released, so that was the idea with that. And I hope you have enjoyed this EP. We are going to have more After Dark EPs. We're going to be running a whole series where we go into the areas, not all of them, but the most notorious areas from season 1 and season 2. After Dark, it's going to be coming out after season 2. But anyway, mad love to all of yous, and we'll fucking catch you on season 2 when we're out in Elizabeth.